Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Thunder TV. This is our very final episode for season 2014 from our home ground here at Dowell Park, and I'm very excited to have my favourite familiar face back, Frenchie. You probably noticed it is not Arctic conditions, I just have the flu, so today's episode is going to be handing over to Leah French and she'll be running with it mostly. We're playing St Kilda Sharks today in the final game, and there's a lot to celebrate down here at the Thunder.
Look, Tess, it's great to be back, and I'm sorry that you are feeling not great, but we are going to co-host for the final time today, which I'm pretty excited about. Very exciting. Another thing I'm very excited about is we know of two girls in the team today who are going to be bowing out of their football careers, and they are none other than Emma Walters, the captain, and also Alana Wern. Now, I say they're the two that we know of. There may be girls that might announce their retirement after the season, but they're two key players in the team that are going to be playing their final game today, so hoping for a really big crowd down here to see those girls shine on the footy field.
Fantastic. And Lana Wern has had a great season, though. She's very stiff back, and we spoke about that earlier in the season. She's our leading goal scorer, and leading scorer, in fact. She's kicked a goal and a point, so she's on track to win that medal. And yeah, Emma Walters obviously playing her 50th game last week, and trying to have a really good game out there today for those two girls. So best of luck. Conditions are really great down here for football. There's only a light breeze and
a little bit chilly for spectators, I'd say, but that's why we've got the jackets and the beanies. We're looking the part, and we're ready for a big game today.
Go girls.
Woohoo! Okay, well, we're lucky enough to be joined by President Beth Taylor just before the match starts. Now, Beth, today's the last game of the season for the 2014. Can you give us a bit of a roundup of what you've seen this year?
Thanks, Leah, and welcome back, by the way. Great to have you back on Thunder TV. Look, it hasn't been our greatest season on the field in terms of scores, but the girls have really developed this year. They've been made really aware of what it does take to play in Premier League. But behind the scenes, the committee's been working really hard. We've formalised a lot of our processes. We've built some really fantastic relationships with the youth girls sides, both here in Bendigo and Shepparton. We've been involved in some of the development activities that have been taking place in Bendigo, like the under-12 come and try. So, 2012, even though it hasn't been great on the scoreboard, has been a good year for the club.
Great. And so, Beth, you mentioned a couple of things, particularly about the youth girls. What do fans out there and people around Bendigo have to look forward to in 2015? Yeah,
look, 2015, very exciting. AFL Victoria are having a youth girls academy here in Bendigo, tied up with the Pioneers and the TAC Cup. So that's really exciting. But not only does that give the opportunity for the top youth girls to be involved, but our 18 to 20-year-old Thunder girls, it's also an opportunity for them to be involved, which is just fantastic for the whole growth of women's football across regional Victoria.
Fantastic. Now, Beth, as the season closes, obviously there's a presentation night coming up. Would you like to let us all know when that is taking place?
Yep, look, that's in a fortnight's time, so on Friday the 29th of August at the Kangaroo Flat Sports Club, starting at 7:30. So we encourage all our members, fans, supporters, mums, dads, everyone to come along. Should be a great night, and look forward to seeing everyone there.
Excellent. Well, make sure you get a ticket to that night on Friday the 29th, was it?
Friday the 29th.
29th, yep. That's it. So, Beth, thanks very much, and we'll see you next year.
Thanks, Leah.
Well, Frenchie, this season Richard and I have been taking a bit of an analysis of the game at halftime.
I like it.
Yeah. Do you want to be involved in that?
I'd love to be involved.
Fantastic.
Do you want to start us off?
I'll start us off. So, this, again, we're not doing that well. We are behind, but that's all right. We're actually, considering the conditions, we're actually in one of the lower margins between both teams for the season, which is good news. Usually it's wet and that plays a bit of a part, but today the girls are being outstanding and really, really competitive. It's very interesting to see how much they've stepped up, especially in that first quarter. They just came out flying.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, like, they certainly had a presence when they came out on the field.
Yep.
I mean, you know, they've got a St Kilda have got a fantastic full forward or centre half forward. She plays anywhere. That Moana Hope, I think her name is. She's just having an absolute field day out there. We've got, you know, our best probably full back on her in Lil Waters, and she's trying her heart out and she's getting a few, but she's just got freakish skills, that Moana Hope. So she's awesome. So awesome. I mean, I suppose the girls are really upbeat at halftime, and like you said, like the ball has been in their forward 50, you know, quite a number of times. So it's just about them being able to convert that onto the scoreboard. That's hopefully, fingers crossed for a goal, maybe a captain's goal. Hopefully.
We can only hope. Now, speaking of Lil Waters, we do have quite a number of girls from last year's premiership winning side back on the ground. I think Lil's won, Mitch has won, Emma Grant. I think there's a few others out there, but it's really nice to see, and you can almost see that sort of premiership continuity coming back on the field with the girls.
Yeah, and I think that's really nice, particularly for those girls who are retiring today, to have some of those girls that have been there from the start and played in those premierships with them, to have them out on the field. And you're right, Tess, it's nice to see, you know, like Lil kicking it out to Tish, and then, you know, and down the field, like Jess Kyle's working her butt off in the middle, as she always does, and Grace Campbell's doing a fantastic job in the centre.
Fantastic job. I don't know how that girl's head is, you know,
still on.
She's in and under it continually, but she does such a good job. So fingers crossed the girls can convert that, you know, that goal that we are hungry for.
You can't fault their effort on the ground at the moment. You know, sitting in the stand, I was just talking to another person who was sitting there, a spectator, and they said, well, at least they're having a crack. I mean, they're not letting them walk all over them. And, I mean, if you've got that freakish girl up the forward and she's just kicking a bag of goals, well, you know, we're shutting down the other players. So, you know, upwards.
That's right. Forwards and onwards. Let's
keep going.
Let's hope. Good luck, girls, for the second half. Well, we are going to do something different this week and say hello to our umpires, Craig and Dylan, the experience and the up-and-comer, apparently. Craig, how does it go being out there, women's footy compared to male footy?
I don't think there's much difference, apart from the difference between the 25-metre rule or the 50-metre rule. It's still all the same rules. They still go hard at the ball. They still tackle plenty hard. So, look, apart from the fact that they're different gender, there's no difference at all.
Well, that's great to hear. And you've come down here with the Dower Park. Is this the first taste you've seen of women's footy, or have you been around a bit with it?
No, I have. This is the first time I've actually seen a women's game. But I do keep a check of the scores each week just to have a chat to Beth about.
Don't look too closely this season. The scoreline doesn't matter. It's what we hear from Russell. Now, Dylan, you're doing a great job running around out there. You are the son, of course, of Paul Lefevre, one of our club champions down here. How's footy go for you being a soccer player?
Yeah, it goes all right. I enjoy it still.
Yep. Yeah. Good. And have you been umpiring for a while?
Yeah, I had a break from 2 years ago.
Yep.
But now I'm going to get back into it.
Fantastic. And how's soccer going?
Yeah, it's going all right.
Good. Fantastic. Well, thank you for being here today. We know it's always a bit of a challenge to get umpires down here, and we really appreciate the work that you do. So thank you for your time here at Bendigo Thunder.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Boys.
Good job, Jess. What about you, Wernie?
Well, with such an exciting final game here at Dowell Park, let's take a look at this week's weekly wrap-up. The Thunder burst out of the blocks playing with strength and commitment for 3 retiring Thunder players today, Alana Wern, Tamika Morrissey and captain Emma Walters. Supporters lined the grandstand to cheer on the Thunder in the final game of the season against the St Kilda Sharks. Returning premiership players from season 2013, Emma Grant, Eileen Mitchell and Lil Waters added to the great atmosphere down here at Dowell Park, but as importantly, they added experience back into the Thunder lineup. Whilst the Saints had the scores on the board in the first half, the Thunder was in every contest, challenging their opposition, laying strong tackles, hitting targets and getting the ball into their forward 50. The last quarter was a cracker. The Thunder had a pep in their step and veteran forward Alana Wern booted her second goal for the season, cementing her status as the Thunder's leading goal scorer. Today's game was an outstanding display of courage and commitment by the girls, and by far the Thunder's best game of the year and a fantastic way to finish off the season. Final score, St Kilda Sharks 30, 11, 191, Bendigo Thunder 1, 5, 11. Best players for the Bendigo Thunder today, Emma Grant, Tish Stewart, Alana McNabb, Lily Campbell, Grace Campbell, Eileen Mitchell, Bree Hards and Lil Waters. Well, that's the end of this week's Thunder TV episode and the final for the season 2014. I've swapped co-presenters once again. Frenchie's dashed off to Melbourne. Big thank you to Frenchie for today.
Good on you, Frenchie.
Good on you, Frenchie. Big congrats to Noni, who took to the field again and played really well. She got a prize, I think, from the coach.
Yeah, well done,
an award, I think you say, not a prize.
An award, sorry, yes.
And Richard, your final photos for this season, your final filming of Thunder TV. This season was a huge challenge for the girls this year, stepping up to the Premier Division.
Yeah, it was a challenge. We were all very proud of the girls.
Absolutely.
They did a fantastic job, and all the new girls that came in this year and haven't played football before, tremendous effort from them to get up to speed really quickly.
That's right.
And of course the old timers, the ones who have been here for a few years now. Like I feel like an old timer.
Yes, well you are 4 years.
Yeah, I am an old timer. And you are too, Tess. Now
I am now.
After all this time. Thank you. I want to thank you too, because you've done such a fantastic job this year on Thunder TV. You've been the anchor in more ways than one, so you've done well.
Thank you.
Well.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you, man behind the camera. And I guess from the whole Thunder TV team, we'd really like to thank all the supporters, all the viewers, the coaching staff and all the support staff down here at Bendigo Thunder for, again, allowing Richard and I to showcase the wonderful team that we support.
Yes.
And a huge thank you to the players for being involved. It's very hard. You'd be surprised to get those girls on the camera. So if you missed out on seeing your favourite player, it's because they won't get in front of the camera. We might be able to chase them down at
We've got to bribe them.
That's right.
Cash. We ran out of cash.
We did run out of cash.
Yeah.
So apart from that, I guess it's just a big thank you to everyone for watching final episode down here today at Dowell Park. We're off to celebrate with the girls, with a few of the retiring players. So again, we'll hopefully, have a great night tonight and, finish it all off at the presentation night later on, which Beth spoke about today. So if you want to head along to that, the details are on the Facebook page of the Bendigo Thunder. But apart from that, a big thank you and see you later from the Bendigo Thunder TV team.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.